thank you for clicking on the thumbnail. It does tell me it's working, because this is like shouting into the void and you don't quite know. But this video is really about choosing the kind of life that you want, then actually living it. Now, the more I work with people in my workplace or outside, the more I am interested in how to make this life work, living. So let's chat about why lifestyle design is very important. Why lifestyle design? Well, I work in HR and I've noticed that honestly, most of us live on autopilot, especially when we get to our 40s. Don't you think so? We're just going through the motions. We're doing work. We're doing chores. We're taking up these responsibilities, and it's quite exhausting. It can be exhausting. Lifestyle design tends to offer us the opportunity to calm down, to get off the tracks and be intentional about what we want in life. When you start designing your life, suddenly everything starts to feel a bit more, well, like yours. Now, you want to think about it. You're no longer living for somebody else's expectations or timelines. This life is for you. And as they say, you only live once. YOLO. The big question that can spark this whole lifestyle design is, what if? What if you could spend more time with your family? What if you could work fewer hours? What if you could finally pursue that passion project of yours? What if you could travel at will? What if you could have more spare time? This is where lifestyle design comes in. Now, you may be wondering, if you have the energy to craft a life you want for yourself, it's not too much work. You just need to be introspective for a while, which means you need to sit within yourself and think honestly about what you want. And it's never too late to ask a what if and then go for it. Let me share a little bit about my own lifestyle design journey. For years, I was stuck in a daily grind. So I would wake up in the morning, go to work, do the same thing, come home, work again. I felt like my life was sort of planned out for me. I did everything parents wanted me to do, going to school, and then what society expected of me to do. But one day I started to ask myself those what if questions too. I started small and I thought to myself, what if I took up a hobby just for me? What if I retrained at work? What if I shared my interest on YouTube, my passion on YouTube? It was all about choices at that point in time. And that is how it started for me. I didn't have any grand plans. I have no big goals at first. And I just started small. Now, here I am today. I'm talking to you about lifestyle design because I think it will be useful, especially on YouTube, a place where I can be myself and help other people explore these questions as well. So it's not a magical transformation. I'm not trying to sell you a magic bullet. It's just about taking little steps within your own confinement, within your own environment that is adaptable to the life that you want to live. Now, there is a big importance in living intentionally. It's a part of it. A big part of designing your life is about intentional living, because if you don't set intentions, it will never happen. And it's just a fancy way of people saying doing things on purpose, right? When you live with intention, you're more aware of the choices that you make. You're more present in your day-to-day life. In fact, you're more present in your own life. And it's kind of like giving yourself permission to slow down and say to yourself, hey, I'm in charge here. I'm in the driving seat of my life. It's like when you're grocery shopping with a list. Without one, you would definitely end up with 3 boxes of cereals that you didn't know you need. And you will forget about the milk, or you forget about the bread. But with a list, you're more focused because you know what you're going to get from the shop or from the grocery store. You're not letting impulse control what you're putting in that cart of life, in the basket of life, if you call it that. Now, how many things do we do in life because we feel that we should do it? Lots, right? Yes, we should work certain jobs because our parents expected it. We should live in certain places because it shows we're affluent or we're doing well in life. Or we should follow specific timelines because that is what society has asked us to do. It has been prescribed onto us. But here's the thing about lifestyle design. It's about breaking free from all those shoulds. And in a relatable way, it's like, how many of us really thought about it? I should have my life figured out by 30. We all did. And then 30 came and we're like, maybe by 40, I'll know what I really want out of life. There is no right way or right timeline to live one's life, as long as it feels great to you. When you design your own life, those shoulds don't get to call the shots anymore. You do, because you set the intention behind it. Now, okay, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually make it work? And that's where I started using YouTube to fund my lifestyle and my dreams. YouTube doesn't just have to be for celebrities or for people doing pranks or doing dances. It's for anybody who wants to share their thoughts, their ideas, their interests. Now, you could make videos on anything that you're passionate about, and I think the most popular, or some of the most popular ones, are cooking, their gardening. I've seen videos about journaling. I've seen videos about perfumery. I've seen videos about people sharing their lifestyle, teachers vlogging at the end of their classes and just sharing how they feel, what the day was like. I've also watched a social worker who vlogs throughout her day. It's a lot of start, pause, pause. She goes from one client's house to another. It could be about organizing. Did you ever hear of Marie Kondo? Yes. It could be about sharing your daily life. The possibilities are basically endless. Gone are the days when niches were very difficult. Now you can vlog about just anything. You can talk about just anything. And trust me, you don't even need to have it figured all out in order to start. My first videos, they were rough, to say the least. They were okay. In fact, I went from doing hair videos not showing my face to actually making videos not showing my face, just the body. And then I graduated, yay me, to what you're saying now. But that's okay, because I learned and I got better, and I'm still learning. Plus, when you're sharing what you love, it doesn't feel like work. And that's what you want a side gig to also be like. It's fun, and yes, eventually, if you stay consistent, the money will come. Don't start when you are desperate for it. You want to ultimately design a life that feels pleasing, that feels like your own. Lifestyle design doesn't mean you're quitting your job tomorrow and running off to the mountains, unless you want to do that, of course. But it can mean making small, tiny adjustments, especially in your 40s. You will find that those adjustments, you will appreciate them a lot more. It can mean that you're setting aside a little time each day for what matters to you. For a cup of coffee, for loading the washing machine, for journaling, for Pilates, for board games, for sitting still, watching the paint dry, for your DIY project. Then little by little, those small changes will grow into bigger ones. And think of it like plants. You don't just get a full garden overnight. You have to get one plant after the next, water them, nurture them. You plant the seeds, then, you look after them, you talk to them, and in time, they do grow. Your lifestyle journey is kind of the same thing. What you focus on will grow. So small changes that eventually grows into a life that you love. Eventually, when you're living it, people will admire it. So really, in essence, what I'm saying is that lifestyle design is about living with intention. The right time to do that is in our 40s. It's about being present in your choices and about designing a life that feels right for you. Whether it's starting a new hobby, whether it's creating content, or just showing or slowing down to enjoy life a little more, it's all that matters. So who says you have to follow the same old script as everybody else is following? Who said I had to live the life that my parents are living? I am not. You want to rip that script if you want to and write your own. This is the time you get to reinvent yourself and rewrite your own story. And if it sounds scary, start a little, edit here and there, and make it up as you go. Before you know it, you have a lifestyle that is just uniquely yours. You can't just wake up to it. You have to work towards it. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you are ready to start your own lifestyle journey, then don't forget to come back and visit again. I'm sure on another day I'll be thinking of something different or dropping in more gems. Until then, I will see you in my next video.